From Camp KVU Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on this Monday, March 8th. I'm Neil Fischer. We hope you had a great weekend. Monica Petruzzelli with us, as well as Jeff Jacobs. Jeff, temperatures right now sitting around the freezing mark in our area, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a little chilly out there as you head out this morning, but we aren't dealing with the W out there blowing. And there is good news as we work through this week and get a little bit warmer. So you know what? Get up, get out there. We're at 5:57. It's going to be a decent day today, an even better day tomorrow as we work through. We're looking at those temperatures outside where we're dealing with temperatures really anywhere from 25 in Yakima, 22 up in Clay Ellen, and you see it all the way to 34 degrees in Pendleton and the Tri-Cities as well. Yes, as the next couple hours progress, we will see those temperatures drastically start to go up from this freezing point area that we're at right now, but it will definitely warm up a little bit to where it's not going to be too bad out there. Wind speeds, like I mentioned, we aren't dealing with that too much. A little bit of a breeze around Dayton and Waitsburg there at the foothills of the Blue Mountains at 12 miles per hour, and a little breeze this morning as you're getting up and about in Yakima. Ellensburg, surprisingly, very, very light there right now at only 3 miles per hour. And again, our radar, we're really just seeing those light clouds. That's what we'll be dealing with much of today. All right, so higher clouds, no precipitation, and none of that W blowing. So there we go. Let's look at the positive there. Full forecast and details about the sunshine this week coming up later on in the show.
Thank you, Jeff. Representative Dan Newhouse visited the Benton County Fairgrounds mass vaccination site Saturday morning. Newhouse says he's impressed by how efficient the vaccination process is and that he's ready to see things start moving toward the new normal. He's also encouraging anyone who is eligible to get vaccinated, saying that this is the ticket to having an open society.
Kind of thing that's going to get the community back open. And so I'm encouraging everybody that can get here to come and get their vaccination so that we can get our economy moving again.
Over 25,000 vaccines have been administered at the fairgrounds, and with the addition of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, officials expect that number to quickly rise. The Department of Health says Washington State is vaccinating 45,000 people every day on average. That's something that Governor Inslee has been pushing for weeks to achieve. Getting the vaccines has been the big challenge in hitting that goal. The Healthcare Distribution Alliance works with companies like McKesson, gets vaccines across the country to local providers. Workers enter sub-zero temperatures and pack the vaccines in boxes before putting them onto trucks. HDA Vice President Patrick Kelly says in Washington, millions of vaccines have already been delivered.
It looks like you've got about 2.5 million vaccines that have been delivered and 1.8 million vaccines that have been administered thus far.
Officials say they are expecting this number to rise as the Johnson & Johnson vaccine ships out. The Healthcare Distribution Alliance says there's about a 24-hour turnaround time to get the vaccines onto the truck and headed out to the state. Yesterday marked another day of well more than 2 million Americans receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. On Saturday, the U.S. reached the single-day record of 2.9 million shots. According to Biden Coronavirus Task Force Coordinator Jeff Zients, that made for three record-breaking days in a row. Sunday's total will be above 2.4 million vaccinations. The 7-day average has now improved to being well above 2 million shots per day. More than 58 million Americans have now received at least one dose of the vaccine, and more than 30 million have now been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. And data shows the pace of COVID-19 vaccine administration in the United States continues to improve each day, putting us closer and closer to herd immunity. That's the point at which enough people are protected against a disease that it cannot spread. Experts generally agree that somewhere between 70 and 85% of the population must be protected to suppress the spread. According to an analysis of federal data, the U.S. could reach herd immunity by summer. At the current pace, 70% of Americans could be fully vaccinated around the end of July and 85% by mid-September. Herd immunity could likely be reached even sooner if you factor in those individuals who may have some immunity due to prior infection. The Biden administration's COVID-19 relief plan is one step closer to becoming a reality. The $1.9 trillion package passed the Senate along party lines on Saturday.
Everything in this package is designed to relieve the suffering and to meet the most urgent needs of the nation and put us in a better position to prevail.
Tomorrow, the House of Representatives votes on whether to approve the Senate's changes to the bill, including the removal of a provision that called for raising the minimum wage to $15 per hour.
The conversation is going to turn to how we tackle the minimum wage, and the president is looking forward to working with Congress to determine the best way to do it.
Under the Senate's plan, individuals earning more than $80,000 and couples earning more than $160,000 are not eligible for stimulus payments. Individuals earning less than $75,000 a year and married couples earning less than $150,000 will get $1,400 checks per person, including children. Adult dependents, including college students, are now eligible for payments.
Yakima police say they see an average of about one runaway juvenile per week, and they say most often that person has run away from home before. Police say they don't put out information immediately in case the teen returns home on their own or officers find them quickly, but if they don't find them within a week or two and detectives have no leads, they ask for the public to be on the lookout.
I don't believe that there's more runaways now than there has been in the past. I just think we're doing a better job as a department getting information out there and asking the public for help.
Now, police say most come home on their own or are found by police. If they're gone for more than 30 days, they're officially considered missing. In Kennewick, an investigation is underway after a drive-by shooting outside of Macy's at Columbia Center Mall on Friday morning. The altercation was reportedly between people in two cars, one of which was an orange Cadillac. An eyewitness noted that they saw a person open fire at another person in an opposite vehicle in the parking lot area. No one was hurt, but the identities of the shooter and the victim are currently unavailable to the public. Officials say the shooting seemed to be an isolated incident and there's no known further danger to the public. A Kittitas County hit-and-run victim that was once in critical condition is slowly recovering. According to a post on Brenda McPherson's GoFundMe page, she's been upgraded to the acute care area of the intensive unit, and she's in stable condition. McPherson was critically injured from a hit-and-run crash in Kittitas County last week. To make matters worse, the post claims that she doesn't have health insurance to help cover the extensive medical care. At last checked, McPherson's GoFundMe page has raised over $30,000. If you would like to donate, we have a link on our website, yaktrinews.com. And the legendary Iditarod sled dog race is going ahead amid the coronavirus pandemic. Alaska's legendary long-distance sled dog race began yesterday despite the threat of COVID. The route, usually almost 1,000 miles, has been modified to avoid most communities and will be roughly 100 miles shorter than usual. A reduced number of 47 mushers, including 13 women and 12 rookies. They will line up about 75 miles outside of Anchorage before hitting a new out-and-back trail. All participants, including staff and volunteers, will take COVID tests and operate within a bubble. The race usually draws crowds at the ceremonial start line in Anchorage, but fans were encouraged to watch the live stream from home instead.
At 6:05, let's take a quick break here on Good Morning Northwest. Before we do, Jeff, how's it look outside?
You know, a few clouds in the way of high clouds expected for today. Getting close to 50 degrees and then sunshine for the week, though. Get ready for that at highs near 60.
Plus, the investigation into the engine failure on a Boeing 777 continues. We have the latest details after the break.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The National Transportation Safety Board's investigation into the failure of an engine on a Boeing 777 continues. The incident happened last month on a United flight from Denver to Honolulu. The NTSB says the right engine on the plane failed minutes after takeoff from the Denver airport when the aircraft's pilot throttled up the engine to minimize time in expected turbulence. The new details are part of an update from the NTSB in its ongoing investigation, which typically takes a year or more to complete. The plane returned to Denver International Airport safely with no injuries on board or on the ground. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey is putting his first ever tweet up for sale, and it's expected to fetch millions. Dorsey is selling the tweet as a non-fungible token, or NFT, which means it is unique, authentic, and verified. The first tweet came out in 2006, and Dorsey wrote, quote, "Just setting up my Twitter," unquote. The NFT comes with Dorsey's signature on blockchain, a digital ledger used in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. So far, the top bid is $2.5 million from Sina Estavi, the CEO of Bridge Oracle. The auction is currently underway on a digital platform called Valuables. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, health experts are warning of a coronavirus variant that's rapidly spreading as more states are set to roll back restrictions.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. A number of governors are defending easing COVID-19 restrictions as cases are leveling out or even dropping and vaccinations are going up. But as Britt Conway reports, top health experts worry it may be too soon and the U.S. could see another spike in cases because of highly transmissible variants.
This week marks 1 year since the pandemic officially began, March 11th, 2020.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Restrictions put in place to limit the spread of the virus are easing up little by little. Some governors are starting by expanding capacity. That's the route Ohio and Michigan are taking.
Because our numbers are low and our vaccinations are high, we feel like we can do this responsibly.
With the vaccine, we're now on the offense. That's the great thing. But in Ohio, we can't give up the defense.
Other states are lifting mask mandates, including Mississippi, North Dakota, Iowa, Montana, and Texas.
We have to get our economy rolling so that individuals can get back to work.
But health experts worry it's too soon.
We will be able to open up the country, open up the economy, but not at a time when we have circulating variants.
The variant they're most concerned about is the one first spotted in the UK.
It is doubling in every 10 days. It's spreading exponentially.
Vaccines offer protection, but vaccinations take time. A CNN analysis shows 70% of the U.S. population could be fully vaccinated by the end of July and 85% by mid-September. Until then, health experts say we need to stick to what we know works.
The only freedom a mask inhibits is the freedom of the virus to spread and kill people.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Experts estimate between 70 and 85% of the population must be protected to reach so-called herd immunity. The New York City Sheriff's Office shut down an illegal nightclub in Queens Saturday night. In addition to the venue not having a liquor license, 142 patrons were packed in the illegal club without masks or any social distancing. 2 security guards and a DJ were arrested on charges connected to transforming the commercial warehouse into a nightclub. The suspects are facing a number of charges for violating the mayor's and governor's executive orders for COVID restrictions. The building also did not have a certificate of occupancy, and the security guards were also not properly licensed. Police in Colorado broke up a massive party that turned violent and destructive Saturday night. Officers in Boulder responded to a gathering of hundreds of people near the University of Colorado Boulder's campus. Most partygoers without masks and were not social distancing. Police reported that a car was flipped and some people were setting off fireworks. Investigators say they are now identifying people seen on video who were breaking the law. The gathering comes just 1 day after Colorado's governor extended the statewide COVID-19 mask mandate that's been in place since July of 2020. There were reports that Californians have been leaving the Golden State in mass amid the COVID-19 pandemic. But a new study by the nonpartisan California Policy Lab found otherwise. Researchers discovered thousands of Californians did move during 2020, but most stayed within the state's borders. The study found people did depart San Francisco in droves. The city saw a nearly 650% jump in people leaving the city in 2020 compared to 2019. The researchers noted the pandemic did change at least one historical pattern. Less people moved into the state. About 267,000 people left, while 128,000 people moved in.
Now, Cap KVUE First Alert Weather with Jeff Jacobs.
And good morning, my friends. It is Monday. It's going to be a beautiful day and an even more beautiful week out there. We've got the time change coming up this coming weekend, so we're ready for that with more light also happening. We're only a few moments away. Actually, 6:22 this morning is our official sunrise time in our area. And we see it starting to definitely shed light over our areas. We're looking at our Legend Skycam network. Temperatures around our area, not too bad either. We're hovering above the freezing point in some areas and below in others. 34 degrees right now in the Tri-Cities. We're looking at those lower 30s around the foothills of the Blues. 25 degrees right now in Yakima. Don't worry, it will warm up very, very soon here before you get above that freezing point. Our wind speeds right now, that's definitely different from what we've experienced. We're seeing very light to variable winds around much of our area as we see the breeziest spot might be there around Waitsburg and Dayton at the foothills of the Blues. Just above 10 miles per hour, registering in at 12 miles per hour right now. Our radar, what we're seeing today are these high clouds over our entire region. Now, yes, we're going to be dealing with this throughout much of today, but that will be changing tonight into more clear skies. Let's zoom out and show you what we mean about our entire region as we have this high pressure system sitting over really not anything in the Pacific Northwest in the way of precipitation happening today. Let's jump to our future forecast and see how tomorrow and midweek really shows us. We're looking at our area and this high pressure system keeping clear skies overhead, and as we put our futurecast into motion, we really see that continuing to be the story all the way through Thursday morning. That's really going to continue even through Thursday afternoon and Friday as well, and temperatures will be, of course, going up as we work through this week. Let's fly over our area and look at our expected high temperatures for today from 49 in Tompanish, 45 Yakima, Ellensburg, expected high of 46 today. Jump over to the Tri-Cities and Prosser area there. Prosser 49 today. Hanford will be the warmer spot at 53 degrees expected today. Moses Lake, you'll be looking at 52, not too bad as well. Walla Walla 45. Dayton is going to be at 47. Pendleton and Hermiston, you're both going to be right around 45 degrees today. And again, remember, we're just in the beginning of March. Not too bad. Overnight tonight, cloudy skies, and again, that will be changing to clearing up this evening. Looking at overnight lows just around the freezing point, and then down to 28 as well in Yakima, 26 in Clay Elum. 7-day forecast, you're going to see those clouds today, but then look at that sunshine through the rest of the week and that temperature gradually climbing. Overnight lows in around the freezing point, and Yakima, much of the same. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Let's not talk about the clouds, the sunshine, and highs in the mid-50s by the end of this week.
Thank you, Jeff. At 6:20, we're going to take a quick break here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, the entire NBA All-Star Weekend was condensed into a one-night event last night in Atlanta. We'll reveal your slam dunk champion with your sports news next. Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In sports, the NFL is welcoming its first black female official. Over the weekend, the league announced it has added Maya Chaka to its roster of game officials for the 2021 season. It's been years in the making. In 2014, Chaka was selected to be a part of the NFL's officiating development program. The NFL's executive vice president of football operations called her a trailblazer who has put in years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. On to the NBA, where over the weekend, Portland Trailblazer Annfari Simmons won the 2021 All-Star Dunk Competition. This was a lightning round of sorts. 2 dunks in the first round, 1 in the final. 5 judges, all past dunk champions, scored the first round, but then just voted on the winner in the final. The 2021 NBA Slam Dunk Contest was put into the halftime of Sunday's All-Star Game in Atlanta as the league reduced its All-Star weekend to one night. Now at 6:25, to get you out the door, Jeff Jacobs has this morning's Reason to Smile.
You know, you gotta love dogs, right? I'm sorry, I couldn't get along with anybody who doesn't like dogs. Let's look at this picture that was submitted here from Jessica Quinton. Look at Archie.
Beautiful, beautiful, just snuggled up it looks like.
Everything in a dog's eyes is said, right? I mean, look at that, and what would that be saying?
Just comfy, I'm cozy.
Yeah, say, so what are we doing today? So what's
We're going to hang out on the couch.
Yeah, you know, whatever you're going to do, I'm right there. And what are we going to do?
I love it.
Yeah, thank you, Jessica, for sending that in. Again, you can send in those pictures to us. Just go to our website and find the link there, yaktrynews.com.
Perfect. Thank you, Jeff. Coming up, we've been in Phase 2 for 3 weeks. When we come back, we're telling you what Phase 3 and 4 could look like for Washington.